Welcome, Libra. This is Regina from Pacific Tarot, getting ready to do a message for you. This is a general message, as these necessarily are. If you are looking for other messages that may resonate with you, please check your other considerable placements, certainly your sun, moon, rising, but any other placement that resonates for you. If you're interested in a personal reading, please check the information in the description box below for the offerings I make. I do personal readings, and I, moreover, am so appreciative of your presence here. We are going to be looking a little bit at the theme of Mercury retrograde, so often villainized as something that messes everything up. And actually, my general argument is that thinking is often circular. It's not a linear process, so it is quite natural for us to redo, rethink, reconsider, re-strategize, review things that we've begun to plan that we may have already set into motion and need to step back from again. So this is something that is actively occurring in your larger, I would say, professional or humanitarian associations for you. This is particularly true for those of you with Libra rising. But it certainly impacts the way in which you're identifying with large groups of others for the upliftment of either your professional practice, or your community, or the world at large. So Libra, let's get started with your overall energy. And I have the Ace of Cups, which is describing this opportunity that you have manifested for greater abundance in your life, greater wealth. And this is coming through as a way in which you are mining, making opportunities for your creativity, the way that you work playfully, creatively, joyfully with others, the way that you not only work, but live, think, play with others, that invites others into a collaborative mode, that invites others into working together joyfully towards creating new ideas, new abundance, new prosperity. This is powerful energy at this time because it feels as though you're creating a new product, project, effort that is sure to be financially profitable or successful. In the present, we have the Eight of Swords, and this is describing your general, I think, fallout from the planetary dissonance of Mercury in retrograde. There's other planets retrograding as well, and so that's part of the anxiety with so many opportunities on fire for you, and yet so much input about the way in which you could move forward, should move forward, your own considerable experience and ideas about the best way to move forward that basically represents uh, your approach as being one of analytical, over analytical, thinking a lot in your head, uh, rather than allowing the intuition to work for you on the basis of your vast experience in whatever regard this is. Particularly for those of you that work with children, it seems to be coming very clear in whatever capacity. Maybe it's families you're working with that include children, but there are so many tools that you may have professionally at your fingertips, and it's really asking you to release all those ideas and come from your empathetic, compassionate place where you are intuitively tuning into the needs of those that you are providing services for. In the past, we have the Six of Wands, and this is describing victory, This victory feels very much around the liberation of your heart, around the opening up and acknowledgement of particular gifts or talents that you may have formerly projected onto others, shared with others. This is a Four of Wands. I'm sorry if I said Six of Wands. You are owning those gifts and talents just as you create a forum, an opportunity, a physical space to celebrate the growth and development of others. This is feeling very much like, if not an educator's moment or opportunity, then you are partnering up with individuals that are helping you to step through this portal of abundance by intention. So it's as though you're teaming up with like-minded individuals that are helping you to understand that beyond the methods, tools, and resources necessary to support others, based on your own self-recognition of having limitless talent that can be developed in collaboration as part of a community, you are uh, actually grounding some physical resource or space in which you can not just support the learning of others, but celebrate that. This is very much about how the celebration has been imbued by your own recognition of personal talents and skills, no longer assigning those to your partner or seeing yourself as a servant of the talents, the success of others. In the future, we have the High Priestess. Now, there's something very strong coming through about a former role that you have occupied. For some of you, this is from a former life. For many of you, this is a connection to an ancestor, an ally in some invisible space that you reflect upon as something or someone who has helped you to grow your self-knowledge of who you are and to accumulate the wisdom and power of that knowledge, so that you're now acknowledging your gifts as opposed to projecting them onto others, but that uh, further encourages you to reflect on the unspoken sense of purpose that this is giving you. You're no longer serving others who are different from you, but you are serving others who are like you. And this is a huge change for you at a psychic level, because I believe at least some of the Libras I'm speaking to have often thought of themselves as being servants to the promotion, the distribution of resources or services to others who had less opportunity. And you're now understanding this very differently based on the opening of your heart. And by that, I mean also the acknowledgement of talents and gifts that you have that put you in alignment with people who you formerly thought of as serving, and you now are beginning to see as collaborators. I'm loving this message for you, Libra. If this reading is resonating for you, please like this video, please share this with others, and subscribe to my channel, Pacific Tarot. And I pulled the gratitude card. I'm thankful for this life and the opportunities that it presents. I I think it's pretty clear that I see now this real opportunity to join with your customers, your clients, your students, your audiences, in whatever way that means to you, that you have an accompanying sense of gratitude for allowing yourself to acknowledge your own gifts and talents, something that, as I said before, you cordoned off and projected onto others. They were the ones with the need for expression, for services, in a way that you formerly saw yourself as more privileged or outside of the spectrum of services that you provided. However, you now have this sense of gratitude for being among and with, in support of those you help, recognizing the lack of difference or division between you and them, and that actually this points your heart into a place of gratitude for being who you are and having the abundance of the universe as tools on your mission. For the flora and fauna of Africa, ooh, I have pulled the cicada. I know I'm saying that wrong. And the key word is inner voice. And this is just vibing so much with the High Priestess. You are transforming into your best self. It's time to reemerge and use your voice to reconnect with the world around you. Inner voice. Interesting. And this is again resonating with this idea of the heart chakra coming from a place of authenticity of who you actually are, to acknowledge your resources, talents, and skills. The Eight of Swords in the present is clarified by the Hermit and the Queen of Water. As is so often the case, Libra, you are exuding compassion, exuding a sense of flow in your ability to hear, to understand yourself better, to celebrate and care for yourself with so much more of self-knowledge and wisdom about what it is you have to be grateful for, about the nature of your true privilege, the abundance that you are able to manage in your life, and that comes from this sense of absolute authority. There's a real huge emphasis so far in this reading about your lack of projection, lack of investment in the authority of others, and a greater shift in acknowledging the way that your own authority resonates with those in authority, those that you align with around similar goals, a similar sense of authenticity, of being a part of those that you serve, that you teach, that you uh, provide services to. This is a beautiful card of feeling entitled to be where you are in your life. And that entitlement, rather, entitlement sounds negative, that privilege is what keeps generating this sense of gratitude in your life and what helps you to more deeply consider the ways in which you are caring for yourself, maintaining your health, uh, honoring yourself, loving yourself, particularly when these are qualities and attributes that we often projected onto others in order for them to give to us what we imagined we were giving to them. And when that hasn't occurred, that has often led to a sense of disappointment, failure, or heartbreak in a way that you are challenging now. There is no lack in your sense of who you are, and thus your ability to maintain, to sustain that sense of buoyancy, resilience, and joy. In the past, the Four of Wands is clarified by the Queen of Air and the Hanged One. There feels as though a lot of changes, the establishment of something in the past that was motivated by your curiosity in a way that allowed your logic, your ability to make clear, concise, rational decisions, your ability to be in conversation with others about their needs was stimulated, and how you drew others into the idea of structuring this new foundation, this opportunity to celebrate growth. The Hanged one is supporting this idea again, much like the Hermit card, of recognizing that your perspective needed to grow, recognizing that you were needing to elevate your perspective so that you could grasp the larger picture rather than the details of your daily activities, by the demands on your services, by the intellectual demands on your strategic abilities, on your ability to manage a lot of moving parts. So there's a way in which you understood that in order to manage the day in and day out management of others, the ideas of others, pulling that together in some way, you needed to elevate your perspective. You needed to see things in a way that would help you to listen to the input that you were soliciting from others, that would allow you to measure the participation of others as a measure of strength. That the more others participated, the more others contributed their ideas about how something should be developed, worked, or um, maintained, that you understood that the likelihood of a project, of this new portal, would be prosperous, would be abundant, would be bring a sense of stability and security, would build something long lasting. In the future, the High Priestess is clarified by the Transformation card, which is the Death card in many decks, and the Three of Earth. Lovely. There is so much change occurring that you apparently have simply begun a giant rebirth in your life. This shift in your sense of uh, being gifted, being like all other beings, species on the planet, a particular voice, a particular perspective, a particular gift to contribute, has really shifted the way you not only uh, enjoy and participate in your world, but is shifting the way others see themselves through collaboration with you. That you understand that you're collaborating and you're moving a shift towards a sense of universal empowerment so that everyone can recognize the opportunity for growth in their circumstances, whatever they may be. And this is what is grounding this collaborative effort you're making. This new project that is going to essentially set up this opportunity for stability that you have manifested is really about bringing together the expertise of others, that empowering others to find their gift and to move from that place of strength, which levels the playing field in terms of abolishing the sense of hierarchy. Everyone has something to teach, everyone has something to learn, and putting together expertise as a more um, a living process that depends on everyone coming together and participating in solving or creating something together, and therefore having credit for the development of this opportunity. Libra, I'm going to finish up your reading with the Yogic Oracle and hope you have been enjoying this reading, that it is bringing you some insight. And I've pulled Kriya. Kriya is effortless flow. Interesting. Effortless flow. Life feels like a river that you are graciously floating down with ease. You're on the path of your highest purpose and doors are opening to you. One connection leads to another and things are moving at high speed. Don't feel overwhelmed. This is how life is meant to be experienced. When you are in this endless flow, this high speed flow, this is how everything requires far less effort. The universe is propelling you in the direction of your purpose and providing you with assistance to fulfill the very important role you play. You no longer have to push, but rather can surrender to the greater forces at play. Keep up the flow and don't lose sight of your greater goal, uplifting the vibration of the planet. Nothing less, Libra, for you. Thank you so much. I hope to see you next time. Until then, namaste.